Welcome back all. It's another glorious day in Goa, and today we're going to head off to a place that I've been recommended for the past month. Ever since I said that we were going to head off to Goa, people said, you have got to go to the Royal Enfield Cafe and Garage. And we didn't plan it like this. I completely forgot about this until about 6 other Indian riders got in touch, said, Freddie, Goa, first thing you've got to do, head off to the Royal Enfield Cafe. Put it into Google Maps, and I couldn't believe this. It's like we planned it. It's 2.5 kilometers away. Excuse me. And just 8, to secure my quad lock better, and just 8 minutes ride. So we'll head off there. We can definitely grab a coffee. Looking on Google, the food looks brilliant. I think they even rent out Royal Enfield. So Monica, the classic 350 I've got that's 3 years old may look slightly different from the other 3-year-old Royal Enfields that we see. It'll be very interesting. I paid £6.50 for this a day. I love it because of the patina, but let's see what it's like with a full suite of Royal Enfield bikes, and let's see what Goa's bike shed has to offer. Oh, and one other thing. It's amazing how quickly you become an expert at things. I remember just a couple of months ago, I genuinely couldn't kickstart a bike, and now having a bike with a kickstart, I do it first time. I also put the gear, or the bike in gear. Won't get in gear. It's hard when there's nothing that comes up. Bear with me, this is...
Shall we skip this?
Done. Got it into neutral. So where was I? Kick-starting. Easy. Find neutral, which takes no more than about 2 minutes, maybe 2.5 minutes. Make sure that's done. Give it one priming kick. Cool. Done. So, you ready, Monica?
Yes, let's go.
Let's go. This is way bigger and more impressive than I thought. Already the other side of the road, I can see some very special bikes, including the brand new Himalayan. I've never seen one of these before. You've got almost every single one of the Royal Enfield range right out here on the forecourt. There have to be a good 30 bikes here. I want to start with these two. These look like old classic 350s, classic 500s, but Expedition set up, both of them. They almost look like they've been jacked up, ready to explore the world. Both done almost identically with a little backrest on the back of the rider's seat. Proper Expedition setup. Royal Enfield Himalayan, the brand new one. I've never physically seen one of these in the flesh. You know, I've got a bad feeling that you can rent all of these as well. And there's mine parked the other side that won't properly start. Himalayan, Himalayan, Himalayan. Then you've got an old classic 500 there. I'll just flip it this way so you can get an idea of the scale of the place. And they're clearly a dealership as well, which I didn't realise. There is a forecourt here of brand new Himalayans and other bikes. I'm assuming ready for customers to go and buy. Look at that, brand new Himalayans there, all still wrapped up. They would have come, I think the Royal Enfield factory is the east coast of India, shipped all the way across the country. That is as close to source as you can get. And I'm right here, just the other side of India from where they're made. And there they are, getting ready to be sold to customers. Lovely Interceptor. I'll just do a few more in that green. Again, I've never seen that green. That is beautiful. Then you've got the Super Meteor. Again, another colour that I've never come across. I don't think we get this in Europe. Bullet 350 that is. That's not even a classic 350. And then a whole load more bikes there. So what we're going to do, I'll go and soak everything in. I may do a little tour myself. And Monica, just pan over to that, the sheer scale of new bikes. You won't be able to pick it up from here, but it goes right to the very, very back wall. It is stacked front to back of new unregistered bikes, all still packaged up. I can't wait any longer, Monica. You carry on filming here. I'll grab us a coffee. Very kindly, Varel has agreed to show me a little bit about the back of the workshop because they've got a few interesting bikes I've got no idea about. So he is the man to show a few bits. Varel, I'll follow you.
Yeah, this side we'll start with the garage.
And this is where you do all the servicing, the maintenance, stuff like that.
So that's the entrance to your garage.
Yes.
So at this section we used to repair bikes, everything. Like you'll get entry from there, your bike will be repaired here, and if you are a rider you'll get fast services. If you are just riding from so long, you'll come here, they'll repair your bike in like 1 hour, 2 hours.
Oh, so if you're on a road trip, your bike's broken or something, you can fix them?
We also have service on wheels, so like one biker will come to you with his tools and all and he'll repair your bike there.
Wow, and all of the bikes in here?
Yeah.
That's some of the bikes being worked on at the moment. Okay, fantastic.
This way, we'll start with the vintage bikes. So before this, we used to have a museum over there, but the museum is now closed. It is converted into the lounge area. Okay. But we have few of them remaining.
And Varel, these are all brand new bikes getting ready to be given to customers?
Yeah, this is a brand new bike for sales. That are bikes to be repaired.
Yeah.
That over there is a 200cc mini bullet. That bike was specially meant for Indian market. Royal Enfield only used to produce powerful bikes like 350cc or more than that. That is something only with 200cc.
And only for India?
Yeah, it's like they manufactured it in Indian market. So before Royal Enfield used to be a British company, but now it is completely Indian.
Yeah, yeah.
That blue scooter over there, this machine here,
Yes.
it's also from like 1970s. This is the first Indian two-wheeler to get an electric starter. It's a 175cc two-stroke bike.
Wow.
And the magic with this bird is she has the gear shifter over there and the brake on the like left leg, like the Enfields before.
Yes.
That's the clutch. That's the clutch, that's the brake. Like the bikes. That's Mofa. It's like a bike of 25 cc's engine with top speed of 93 km per hour.
That's a 25.
cc's bike. There's no ignition key, no suspension. You can see this here is a fuel tank. Just
Yes.
if you want to come
I'll
inside,
come
just
round
come
here.
from this way.
So that's a 25cc bike.
Yeah, with a mileage of 93 km per liter. And after the fuel ends, you can just pedal it and ride it.
And what year is that?
There's no ignition, no suspension.
And how old?
It is like not so old, but from 80s, 90s.
That's 80s, 90s. Okay.
And this here is the last piece of cast iron rolled out of the factory. So this is like from 2001, but this bike was specially used to be built for Indian Army.
Okay. So the Indian Army would have been riding around on these bikes?
Yeah, they are the cast iron ones. So before the engines were of cast irons, now they are alloy engines. Because the cast iron, the problem with cast iron is that it heats up so early, cool down so slow.
Ah,
But the new
okay, I've
engine-
heard this.
But the new engines, they like cool down so fast, heats up so late. They take time to heat.
देखो खोल गन के गैरेज
And this is an amazing location because right in front of me you've got the river, palm trees.
This here is a barbecue bike. Yeah. The doors, they're locked right now, but it's a complete setup.
So classic 350, sidecar added and a barbecue on top of the sidecar.
So
That's
this bike is
brilliant.
used at the time of Riders Mania. Riders Mania is the official event owned and operated by Royal Enfield in every November.
And where's it based?
It's based here in Goa only. So we used to like run the hilltop ground. It happens for like 3 or 4 days in a year, and that's crazy.
And this would be part of it.
Yeah,
The-
this bike will be there on our stall.
When is it?
It's like November, every year in November. The date can be changed, but November is fixed.
What a thing.
Yeah, we can move this way. Just be safe with this. Be safe with this. Just
Ah,
come in.
thanks. Cheers.
Cheers, yeah.
I love that. Chrome tank, Continental, beautiful.
Now you can check out the theme. So it's like the World War II is going on. The soldiers are jumping off from the plane. They're dropping the bike with the help of parachute.
That's incredible. And right there in the middle is
The Flying Flea. The bike is named as the Flying Flea.
the Flying Flea.
1939.
1939,
39.
the Flying Flea.
Yeah.
And what armies would have had this? The British
British
Army.
Army.
British Army would have had that. And just you can see there, the parachute at the top and being held on. And that's what would have happened.
Yeah.
Wow.
Done with this way.
Upstairs now, we'll be able to get a slightly better view of the Flying Flea, and there are a couple of really, really interesting bits up here, including a very special interceptor. I love this.
Yeah.
This one's incredible.
That's just a 250cc cafe racer from a vintage time.
What year?
It's a 250cc cafe racer.
And from what year would that have been made?
Near about 90s.
90s. Okay.
93. 1963.
1963. Wow.
63. 63.
63. So that's a 250cc 63. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
This one is maybe my favorite one of the whole
So
lot.
this one is
I
a-
couldn't picture what this was.
Yeah.
Interceptor.
So this is 750cc one. Nowadays Interceptor is 650. This machine is 750 twin. It's from the time 1965. It's a US based variant.
I'll just come round because you showed a really interesting thing with that lock.
Yeah, there's a cruise lock over here. So at that time the roads were not so good, and if you want to cruise this bike, the handle will wobble. So you just can lock it and it will be steady.
That is so weird.
Yeah.
So weird. The clock's also beautiful. You've got Smith styles there, and look at that. Smith's made in England. Oh, I love this as well. Have a look at this. Royal Enfield, the Enfield Cycle Company Limited, Redditch. Beautiful. And so just in front of us, we've got a bit of a cafe.
That's a co-working space.
Oh, co-working space.
Yes,
oh,
sir.
wow. So pool table co-working, and down here, just to wrap it up, we've got a bar area. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. So one of the reasons this is so hugely impressive is because the MD, the owner of Royal Enfield, the man himself, I've embarrassingly forgotten his name, but the man himself, he actually owns and runs this. This is run by Royal Enfield itself. So they've got a brilliant budget to be able to make sure it's the top level place, and they hand pick the most fascinating selection of old and new bikes. It's a very special place. Okay, just finished lunch, and now I'll show you the other two bits of this dealership, because that is what it is. It's a proper Royal Enfield dealership. You can't get over the setting of it, with the palm trees surrounding the entire building setup and a lake or a river to the left-hand side there. And all of these bikes, it's not just inside the development, all of the bikes here parked up along the river. There are over 100 bikes. I'm sure there must be maybe 150 bikes. This is the other bit I haven't shown you yet. It's the sales room and also the place where you can find prices for the rental bikes. Before I go in, take a look at this. They're all brand new bikes, but this is how dusty everything is here. Everything gets covered almost immediately in a thin layer of orange dust, because these roads, well, they've got the most vivid orange colour, coupled with the fact it's so dry here. Everything gets caked in this dust. So these are all brand new bikes, but a lot of them look like they have ridden across the Sahara Desert. Okay, in we go. This is something I'm really desperate to have a go on. One of the Bullet 350s. These look incredible, and the quality of the badges. Even on the side panels as well. How often do you see a proper quality badge like that on a side panel? Lovely looking bike with probably my favourite engine on the Enfield range, the 350. I love it. This looks like, yes it is, Shotgun 650 with a passenger seat on as well. And this glass all around so you can have a look, check out the bikes, and you've got that view outside. It's brilliant. All of the accessories which Royal Enfield are getting better and better at. Choice of helmets, clothing, a Royal Enfield Continental 650 in a race setup, because that rear section has definitely been customised. It finishes way before the end of the rear wheel. Brilliant looking bike. You can see over there, lovely colour, Meteor in the distance there. Couple there chatting at the desk. I may ask them for the prices of rental bikes. More things that you can pick up there. And some of the clothes, helmets, etc. And I'll do two final ones here just to show. Meteor 350 in this blue colour that I don't recognise, along with a final Continental GT 650. Right, so I've just been chatting and I found out the prices. Everything here in this section is available for rent. Take it for a day, a week, a month. Prices Esnir makes no difference at all, give or take £1 for slightly bigger engines. It's about a tenner a day. Tenner a day. So I am saving £3.30 a day for a bike that isn't road legal. And I don't know what age it is, and it doesn't like starting. But at least I saved that £3.30 a day. £10, I mean, the prices here are phenomenal. This is what I love. This is the purity of biking. Even coming to a Royal Enfield main dealer, £10 a day. You know what I find interesting? I'll show you this. Look at this. We don't get too many of these because in England, if buyers of Royal Enfields buy Royal Enfield, they're usually weekend toys as opposed to kept out in the elements all the time. But you can see here, it's really interesting. The chrome finish on the Interceptors and the other bikes starts going off when it's left out all the time. Personally for me, I quite like it. It's that little bit of patina, but it's really interesting seeing the Royal Enfields in a way that we don't often see them in Europe, where they're in perfect, immaculate condition. These are all rented out, used, abused all the time. Classic 350. I know I said in my last video the Super Meteor is now my favourite ever Royal Enfield, but my heart keeps going back to the classic 350. This is still my favourite Royal Enfield. In fact, it's one of my favourite bikes ever that I've ever ridden. I cannot tell you how much I love this. And again, this is full of patina. It looks like it's about 10 years old, but it's probably only 2 years old. Love it.
What about this rust on Himalayan?
Yeah, patina, Monica. It's all patina. That's how they're meant to look, by the way. If you see any pristine ones, that's the wrong look. This is what you want. I tell you what though, the new one's meant to be a huge step up, but Monica, you're looking at the real deal there. Indian patina on a Himalayan, just the way it should be. Look at this. This is a perfect example. Spotless Himalayan right in front of a dusty Himalayan. See which one looks better. The filthy one, of course.
Spotless.
Filthy one, that's how it should be. That's perfect though, side by side. What a morning. What a place. What they have done here in India for Royal Enfield, not just saved a brand, but transformed it. Stayed true to the original Royal Enfield ethos, but made it their own. Stuff like this is just priceless. It's so amazing for the biking community. Come here, stop off, have a look at, test a few bikes. People playing pool upstairs, grabbing a coffee. It's amazing. I can't tell you how much I love this kind of stuff. The lifestyle stuff that goes around motorbiking is what makes it so magical, and the passion that everyone's got for these bikes. I asked 2 biggest selling bikes right here in this dealership in Goa. If you're in Goa, what are you going to see the locals on? What are they buying? Number 1 is the Himalayan. I was surprised by that. And secondly, Interceptor. So the local Goan population, the bigger the engine size, the better. What an incredible place. If you're in Goa, come here. And the prices to rent bikes out are just impossible to ignore. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wrap it up just by facing this Interceptor. It is the filthiest Interceptor I have ever seen in my life. Right, we're going to head off now, go for a little ride. It's all just too beautiful, too interesting, too fun. So thank you so much, everyone, for coming on with us in this video. Have a brilliant week, and we will see you all in the next one.